Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Gio here in the Philippines, and today we're diving into a spicy one. Why do Filipinas love to check your phone? Is it love? Is it trust issues? Is it full-blown FBI paranoia? Let's break it down in today's video. Stick around. So let me tell you a couple of stories first about what happened, my experience, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it, and I'll love to hear your comments and your experiences down below as well. So back in Cebu, I was dating what I thought was a very sweet Filipina, and one night I was asleep and I felt something like tapping my finger, and she was trying to unlock my own phone with my thumb. I woke up and I was like, "What are you doing?" She just like smiled at me, said, "Nothing, I was just checking." And then she goes, "I love you." And listen, that wasn't the only time something like that has happened. Another time, I had a girlfriend that we had been together, I don't know, 3-4 months. And I went to go take a shower. And when I came out of the shower, she was crying. And she was on the phone with her mom and sister, just, talking. I'm like, "What is going on?" And she goes, "You're cheating on me, you're cheating on me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And in the meantime, she's got her mom and her sister on a video call. The whole thing is being broadcast to them as well. And she goes, "I looked at your phone and I saw the conversation of the girl." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she took my phone because she still had it by the bed there, and she goes, "Here." And so meanwhile, she's still talking to her mother and her sister, and I look at it, and then I realize it's from a conversation with a Filipina in Cebu a year and a half prior to us even being together. A year and a half prior. And so I show her the date. I said, "Look at the date." And she looks at the date. And I said, at this point, she had just hung up with her mom and sister. And I said, "You had better give me a full-blown apology. You better call your mom and sister and tell them how wrong you were and what a big mistake you made." And I said, "Don't ever go into my phone again." And at that point, I never had it password protected or anything. And at that point I did. And then she actually became more suspicious. She's like, "Why do you need to protect it? Why do you need to put a password on it?" And I said, "Well, I really don't need you going through my phone. It's a privacy issue." And guys, by the way, this is where a VPN is also important. Definitely protect yourself. You can also mask your identification, your phone number even, your identity, and your online presence. And you want to do that whenever you're traveling. Even in your home country, you want to make sure you do that, and you want to use the VPN that I recommend, Surfshark VPN. Link in the description for the biggest discounts. And when you're out here, if you just want to stream different services, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, you really do need a VPN. And definitely on public Wi-Fi, and anytime you access banking, credit cards, or secure sites like the VA or anything like that. So back to the video. So actually at this point, I would love to know if has this happened to you guys. Comment down below with your wildest phone snooping story. I would love to hear it, because I don't know if they can top mine or not, but mine was pretty crazy, the 2 instances I had. So why does this actually happen? And here are some of the reasons why I think this happens. One, cultural view of relationships in the Philippines. I think many Filipinos are raised with the belief that relationships are very connected here. What's yours is mine, and it goes both ways. So your phone basically is like a shared diary. Two, trust and insecurity issues. So a lot of girls here have dealt with cheating, dishonesty, and ghosting, especially with foreign guys. They get suspicious fast. And number 3 would be age gap and dynamics. A lot of us expats are older, and even if things are going well, she might fear that you will trade her in for a newer model. And that fear shows up in the phone checking. And number 4 would be peer influence. So her friends might say, check his phone. Make sure he's not chatting with other girls. And boom, you're on trial without even knowing it. So is this normal or is this a red flag? So, is it innocent or a huge red flag? If it's playful, casual, or just once or twice, not a big deal. If it becomes obsessive, controlling, or she's always accusing you, you've got a major problem. And for me, boundaries are pretty healthy. Just like you shouldn't go through her stuff, she shouldn't be violating your space daily. So, tip for you guys out there is have this conversation early on. Set expectations and be honest about how you feel. Transparency helps build trust, but so does privacy. So, how to deal with it like a man. For me, don't react with anger, stay cool, and ask her directly, why do you feel the need to go and check my phone? Reassure if, it's needed, but don't tolerate toxic behavior either. You can offer to share passwords if you're comfortable with it, but don't feel pressured to do it. And final thoughts on what to watch out for. Trust is built through actions, not snooping. But remember, if she's continuously doubting you, it might say more about her than it does about you, to be honest. Some Filipinos, they just need reassurance. They've been cheated on before, they've been ghosted, they've been lied to by, foreigners. But if she treats you like a criminal when you've done nothing wrong, that's not exactly healthy love. So if you've ever dated in the Philippines and dealt with this, smash that like button and drop your story below. I want to hear how your Filipina handled the phone thing. And hey, if you want more honest dating tips for the Philippines, or join my YouTube membership or my Patreon for behind the scenes stories that I really can't share here. And don't forget to subscribe and more real talk about expat life here in the Philippines and Southeast Asia coming soon. Appreciate it, guys, and I will see everyone on the next video. Ciao. So by the way, I'm hanging out at my pool at my condo. This is on the 14th floor. I have shown it before, but I'll flip it around. This was one of the deciding factors of when I chose this condo. I came up to the amenities floor, the 14th floor, and I was like, oh yeah, I can see myself living here. So let me flip the camera around and show you guys. So you got the pool here. It's just a straight shot, which is actually great if you want to come out and do some laps. There was a guy coming out doing laps just before me. And then over there is a game room and a small gym and a quiet little nature spot. I'll show that to you here as well. You see, some people have balconies with the pool view. Rather big balconies, actually. Pretty nice. Let's walk over here. You got the kiddie pool. And again, we're on the 14th floor. And it's got pretty nice views. A lot of green out there, actually. A lot of green out there. Again, kiddie pool. And I like to come out here and just kind of lounge in the green area as well. But here's the game room. So you got seating area, billiards, bathrooms, and they definitely do a good job of keeping it clean. There's a balcony that goes all the way around it, and more of a sitting area. And now they do have a gym, but it's very small. Doesn't work for me, but if you want to just do some light exercise, you do have a full dumbbells, got a bench, a couple of treadmills, and a bike with some other workout ability on there. And one of my favorite areas, I like to just come out here sometimes and just sit when it's shaded.